Hello, Kitchen Stitchers. It's Arlene and Chef Dave welcoming you back to our kitchen. And it is August, and there's my August tall guys. So we're, at the end of August.
That was the August tall guys.
Yeah. End of August, already looking at Labor Day weekend. I think we're really looking forward to a long weekend.
Yeah.
Although you have to work on Saturday.
I have to work on Saturday.
But at least he gets Monday off with me, so that's nice. It was a rainy day here, and it took me an hour and a half to get home, so I'm tired. But I have an exciting announcement a little later, something that we're doing with Faithwurks Designs, so hang tight for that. And David would not share with me what he was going to talk about today. He said it was a secret.
Oh,
so.
yeah, it's a big secret, yeah.
So what are you sharing?
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops. Okay, I just have to say, when I was growing up, I had a great aunt who would always make lamb for us. And so when we came over to their house, her house, she wasn't married. She would have this lamb cooking, and it smelled absolutely awful. And I would not touch lamb until probably just a couple months ago. So on a whim, I brought home some lamb chops because they look kind of interesting, and he made them, and I really like lamb. My dad used to love lamb with minced jelly, but I haven't done that. He grills lamb. So on to you with lamb.
Yeah, my dad used to make leg of lamb on the spit, on the rotisserie out on the barbecue. And he'd cook it all day and slather it with barbecue sauce, and he would sample from time to time. He'd go out and slice a little piece off.
His dad was known for sampling everything.
Oh, you got to sample stuff. Okay, so we did lamb chops. Now these aren't the lamb chops with the big long bone. The big long bone got cut off. You don't really need the big long bone. It just makes it pretty. So they look like little T-bone steaks.
Yeah, they're really little. They're really little.
And these were about so thick. And cooking lamb, you don't want to really over season it.
I'm going to say for Cincinnati folks, I got ours at Jungle Jim's, and they were really good.
Yeah, it was good lamb. You don't want to over season it because lamb is kind of a really delicate taste. So what I did was I marinated it in some Worcestershire sauce and a little soy sauce. And the Worcestershire sauce makes a good tenderizer, and it tastes good. So I put it in a bag, put the lamb chops in a plastic bag, and put the liquid in there with it, and soaked it for a few hours. And I took the lamb chops out and sauteed them. But there was all this marinade and the juice from the lamb chops that had come out into the marinade, and I didn't want to. I felt like it was useful. There's going to be some good taste in there, so I took the lamb chops out of the pan, and I actually just took the marinade with the juices and stuff in it, and poured it in the pan, and brought it to a boil, and put some when it got down fairly well reduced, I put a little bit of sherry in it. And and I put a flammable liquid into another hot pan, and
Caused a fire.
I lit it off on purpose.
He's good at that.
That's the way we roll.
Yeah.
And so that was the sauce for the lamb chops, and I really wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but I poured it after I got the sauce in. I just kind of poured it over the lamb chops, and they tasted.
They were good. Super tender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So your marinade, when you marinate stuff, when you marinate meat, steaks, whatever, if you can, don't just toss that marinade out because it's got good stuff in it. You put good stuff in it, and it does have meat juice in it though. So you have to actually, if you're going to use it as a sauce, you actually have to cook it. You have to bring it to a boil. It's just like you don't want to eat raw meat, so you don't want to drink raw meat juice. And just reduce it down until it's not quite a syrup, and try not to burn it. And it makes a good sauce. And there's all kinds of stuff going on over here.
Yes, I'm getting ready for my part.
Okay, well,
You all finished?
if there was any questions, nobody had any questions?
No, I don't think they did. I didn't write any down. So,
Fine.
it's all right.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he gets to make dinner for himself because I'm not hungry, so he's gonna make himself some shrimp cocktail, I think is what he said.
A really big shrimp.
It'll be good. So, I'm saving my exciting thing for last. Can you bring me that 4th of July shadow box thing that's over there? So, I think I showed this, but it wasn't quite finished last week. So this is the barnyard buttons. And I did find that on the Seraphim fabrics, I did it on 32 count dusk. I don't know if you can see that. She's fun. This is what she includes with her fabric. So if you want to document those, that's great. Put that over here. And I ended up changing out the verse to that. What she had was something that said, when one tugs at a single threaded thing in nature, he finds it attached to the rest of the world, which was fine. But I decided to change it so you can see it here. To, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. So I'm gonna wait and see what my daughter decorates with. I might turn this either into a pillow for her. It's kind of a big decorative pillow, or frame it. So we'll have to see. So anyway, I thought that was really pretty on that fabric, and it turned out really well. So this week I was working on this. So I love the snow globe designs, and I did it with Picture This Plus Crystal Sterling 32 Lugana, and it turned out pretty well. I decided, I changed a little bit, so here's what it looked like. And I decided to switch up the house a little bit. So here's what it looks like finished. And I wanted the house to be more like a gingerbread house, so there's my house. And I decided to do kind of bigger beads for the snow so that they would stand out on the sparkly fabric. So you can see the sparkle in that. So that's, and then I switched up the tree down here a little bit and did alternating greens, kind of almost like the half alternating up here. I just think that's so cute. So that was a lot of fun to finish. And so now I'm like in between projects. So I'm going to work on this one next. Is going to be a Christmas gift for cousins. They have a little beach house, and I think I'm going to do that on this Havana linen. That's part of the Color and Cotton. I think this is part of the Fabric of the Month Club. So it's a 40 count, so that should be fun. And in terms of stash, I think I'm going to, I got this off of Brandy Esterline's site on Facebook. So she was able to find this. No, it was Jen's site. Oh gosh, that's terrible that I'm not thinking about this correctly. Shoot, what's her name? Anyway, I'll come to it and let you know. I think it was the cross stitch. Shoot. The whole stitch and caboodle, that's what it was, whole stitch and caboodle. So she was able to get this for me with the buttons. Of course, they don't have that mat, but we'll do something fun. And then I think I showed this before, that this is, I'm going to do this for a friend. She believes she could, so she did. So I have a friend who's finishing the Satsuma Street Halloween with a pillow for me, and so I'm going to do that for her. So my exciting news is that I was talking with Nancy Waller from Faithwurks Designs. So she has just announced her her Halloween shadow box. Do you see that? There's the shadow box in those 3 potion bottles, and that will start out pretty soon. She's good. Excuse me, have a stitch. Oh! sorry. She's gonna have a stitch along. So the shadow box is this kind of shadow box, but it's gonna be for Halloween. And so she's gonna have a stitch along that starts in September. So I asked her if we could get a group together, would she give us a discount on the kit? And she said she would be delighted to. So here's the kit. It doesn't have to come with threads. So I asked her for the threads that were the specialty threads, but not the DMC, because I can get that for myself here. But it's the either the linen or the Ada. So it's a stormy linen, and the shadow box with the mat boards and cording. If you want it painted, it's an additional $2. I'm going to paint my own because I like to mess with the colors. And then the embellishment packs, which is the potion bottles and the beads and a Barbie button, whatever that is, and another button pack from Jabco. So anyway, she is going to put that together for us and with a discount. So let me find what the discount information was here. I thought I had a picture of that so I could get right to it, but I'll bring it right up here. So she said that the sale for the will start sometime around September 7th, and if we do this together, that she will give part one. The charts will be selling for $12. She'll sell them for $9. For the 3 designs. Then part 2, the 2 designs, is $8. So she'll give it to us for $7. So that's a total savings of $4. So, but here's the thing: is if you want to do this, if you want to do the charts or the kit, you need to let me know by this Friday, probably by around lunchtime Eastern Standard Time, because when I get home from work, then I'll be letting her know how many people want to do it. Just send me a direct message to pka@gmail.com, and she can then, I'll have your email address, and she can bill you directly, and you just specify if you want the threads, if you want linen or Ada, and if you want her to paint the box. So I think that's about it. I'm super excited. I love the Faithwurks designs because she does different things. You know, there's only so many pictures I can put on my wall, and pictures and framing can be really expensive, but this kind of thing I think is really fun. It's just different, and it's so cute. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope you guys want to join me in that, and I think that's really nice that she gave us a discount for that. So yay for Nancy Waller and Faithwurks Designs and the Halloween Mystery Shadow Box. So that's exciting. I had a couple of questions that came up. Let me get to those real quick here. First, I wanted to say a thank you to Lisa Ernest. She alerted me about a Shepherd's Bush chart sale that was going on Facebook, and so I was able to get a Shepherd's Bush chart, which was a kit. They were kits that were being sold, so I caught it last second. I didn't see her email right away, but I want to thank her for letting me know because I'm a big Shepherd's Bush fan. And I want to thank everybody that had sent me notes and got a copy of that I was able to send out. I have one kit left to put out for the little Ort box patterns that I created, so that was kind of fun. And I also had a request from Cynthia Bonds to share another focus word. So if you remember, I talked about this. My brother-in-law's sister, Conley, wrote this book, 26 Days to Practice Peace. And I talked about the first one in the book that helped me on my trip to Boston was acceptance. So I thought this was a good one. D was for divinity. And she says, you know, divinity means a lot of things to different people, but that she believes that each one of us are created so uniquely, and that's part of the divine. And so we are all given gifts that are just a piece of divinity within us, and that we complete each other because we all have different gifts. And so her advice from that was to, when you come in contact with someone else, figure out what pieces of divinity you're sharing with each other today and what pieces you're missing that they complete with. So I thought that was a pretty good thing to think about. I think that's all I had. By the way, I did see a video. I don't know if any of you saw this video. It was somebody who had a toothbrush. They were trying to thread their needles. So they put a piece of thread over a toothbrush, and they took the eye of the needle and they squished it down over the fine toothbrush. And so the toothbrush one of the bristles would push through the eye of the needle and push the thread through so you could pull it. I thought that was pretty ingenious. I haven't tried it, but if you have, that's great. Anyway, I thank you all for your participation and the comments and the pieces of divinity that you give us as you interact with us. I hope you're excited about the Halloween sal and the Halloween kit. So if you're interested in that kit from Faithwurks, please let me know by Friday so I can communicate that to Nancy. And that would be $4 off total from the package. So good luck. Happy August. Happy Labor Day for those of you in the United States who get a day off of work. Enjoy your time off. Hope your day isn't as rainy as it is here. It took me an hour and a half to get to work, so I was practicing patience on the expressway. Anyway, thanks everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.